Hello everyone and welcome back to 2 Point Hospital, where we are currently having a quick glance over our worsening queues. It's not really something I want to see. Really not something I want to see. But we are going to have to deal with that for now. Now, staff promotion, we have got a doctor who has become a senior consultant. How marvellous. I approve. I approve heartily. We might be able to get someone trained very soon then. Now, our the goal for this episode, though it may end up extending to 2 episodes, is to get our hospital value to increase by roughly 2 million. Now, part of that seems to happen with every, well, it doesn't go up as my money is going up, strictly speaking, but when we get the report on revenue, it seems to increase at that point. So we could simply wait, obviously with a higher speed, but I like the idea of just always progressing. Now we've got a problem ahead of us, and that is that our GPs are a little bit overworked, and we have all of this extra space that we can make use of to try and fix things. So I think we should probably be starting with that. Now, my first idea is to simply double up all of our clinics. All of our treatment rooms, except for, except for psychiatry and our general ward, because they are there. They also function as diagnosis rooms, as secondary diagnosis rooms. So those won't be duplicated over here, but all of our clinics should be. I see no reason not to. And as we do that, we'll be able to move more of our clinics from other parts of the hospital, and then we'll be able to fill those spots in with something a little bit more useful for that area. I'm going to try and specialize the areas. So that's what we're going to be starting work on today. Now then, let's have a quick gander before we do anything else. Is our marketing going okay? Yeah, it's going okay. Wow. Actually, we might not have to go too long. Our current value is skyrocketing, which I'm fairly happy with. Yearly profits of 634,000. That's way better than Biffa's hospital, which is only 490. Take that, Biffa. It's only probably because Biffa's moved on. Probably already hit all 3 stars and moved on to another hospital. That is one thing that Lady Sheila and I actually have frequently lamented, is that the way that the competition kind of functions is a little bit dismissive in a way, because you don't ever really need or get a sense that you're competing on even ground with anyone else, because of the asynchronous nature of it all. Yeah, sure, let's tuck that into the corner. Now, in the pharmacy, I feel that it is completely justified to have dozens and dozens of medicine cabinets. So let's try and get this squeezed in as close as we can. Well, not quite as close as we can. We're not going to quite go that much though. I feel it gets a little bit silly after a point. But yeah, we'll have a little filing cabinet there. I would like... Let's go with a nice bin. A nice radiator right there. We can pop some pictures above it. We'll go with a silver star one here, I think. Obviously, Jasmine Odyssey. That goes everywhere. We're very proud of that. If you haven't noticed, I'm very proud of it at the very least. You should be too. There we go. And we will have a seascape this time. There we go. I really wish I could put something in like a rug or something.
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne.
Hooray!
On 2 Point Radio.
Hello, Ricky. There we go.
You're
Lovely.
listening to Ricky Hawthorne, the only radio DJ guaranteed to bring happiness into your life.
Oh,
Now,
wonderful.
let's
We need a
listen
bit of
to
happiness, I
nice,
think.
uplifting tune.
Julia. Okay. 7 out of 7 patients saved. Hooray. Also, some more doctor promotions. Oh, well, and a nurse, but that's okay. Right, let's get some doctors trained. My lord. And we'll also then go over the patient records, make sure all of our patients who can be spirited away and quickly get themselves sorted out can be. Looks like we've only got 2 doctors and they're not in the same sort of area. That's a bit of a shame. That is actually a bit of a shame. But it's not something that I'm going to hold back on. Okay, so I would like you to get further training in general practice too. We will use one of our current ones, Dr. Logan Pickles. Actually, no. It will be Dr. Sandy Thumper. Let's get you both training there. And begin. Now, the next thing we want to do is check on our patients, just to make sure that they're kind of okay, baby. Right, can I send you out? You're queuing for the... Alright, in the lavatory. Okay, and you are currently heading out there. How about you? Good. You're very close. No, we're gonna push you straight to treatment. Same here. I'm afraid you are all way too ill. We need you to go and get treatment if you're even remotely close to your diagnosis. I've really taken to the idea that even if they've only, as long as they've got more than a 50% chance, if they're that close to death, you may as well go for it. There we go. We've taken care of all of the unhealthy patients. Now let's try and filter by the fully diagnosed patients, because that's something I've not been doing. And I realize that you kind of need to do both if you want to clear out the queues a bit better. Wow, so many people who are just wandering around the hospital and thus I can't access properly. It's a bit vexing, if I'm honest. How close? 82. Okay, we're going to let a little bit of time pass. Actually, we'll allow that to... Ooh. Drat, you probably needed... you probably could have done with the training as well. That's a bit of a shame. But oh well. We'll allow that to go on. Alright, current value is 3.7 million. So, just by building, we're increasing the value. Go ahead and get this one in there. There we are. And this one's going to be set up slightly different. Again, I know I can copy and paste rooms, and as you've seen, I have done that on occasion. But by and large, I prefer to make them bespoke. Decorating the rooms is part of what I like about the game. It'd be like being in The Sims and cut and pasting houses. Look, okay, I know some of you do that. I'm not saying you shouldn't. You do you. Me, though, actually decorating the houses is like at least 68% of the fun of the game.
Burnt toast, I'd say, from a slightly busted sell-by-date granary loaf. Nope. I tell a lie. I think it might be more of a seeded farmhouse. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sounds like something's gone wrong with old Ricky's brain, but the explanation is much simpler. That's right, the new air fresheners from our sponsors, Krusty Fragrance, have arrived. So buy Krusty Fresheners, and your whole house could smell of toast.
How about no? I think we'll go with no. I'll pop you down there since you can be squeezed into that little spot, but you're kind of out the way there, aren't you? Pop you out there instead. There we go. Glorious. And we want a reasonable heater here as well. Womp. There we are. Now let's have a look at these two rooms. That one could do with a little bit of an improvement, but it'll do for now. We've got another doctor who's got a promotion. Fantastic. Why do you keep telling me this? Melanie Underdriver. According to my calculations, we should be doing X% more research, where X is more than 0. I think I just got told off. Very well. We're doing research, you scallywag. I thought I'd forgotten there for a second. Training course complete. Marvellous. Let's have a quick look at our doctors again. We've got one who can get GP there. Is there another one who can get GP? No, it doesn't look like... No. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting you set up a GP. But what I could do is go for diagnosis on YouTube. And I think that would be a better move there. Let's go for diagnosis. Diagnosis 1 then, I suppose. Have we got a teacher who can do... No. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, we will go with Dr. Sarah Anorak. I would like you to teach Dr. Horton's O. Very well. Let's get Nurse Linda Manners and actually Nurse Bill Cougar also trained. Since you can. Please and thank you. There we go. So with that done, we no longer need this room. Now, the sad thing is, of course, that all of these things need to be upgraded where we can. So let's get them all going. There we are. An inspection report. Mr. Jobsworth has sent us a report from his recent visit. It's 30 pages long, so we haven't read it. But it looked like they were happy. We didn't even read the conclusion. Right. This one, goodbye. Yes, sell the room. Now, what we're going to be putting in here is a GP's office. That's right. We're doubling down. Need more GPing. All of the GPing. Not all of the time necessarily, but at least some of the time, certainly. Get some windows there as well. There's a queue outside our fluid analysis. Yes. I'll get fluid analysis set up, but we're not working on that part of the hospital yet. That wing comes later. I think you deserve a plant this time. So we're going to pop a plant down. That'll almost certainly cover all of the necessary... but we'll have that on this one. All of the necessary beauty for this room. This room, right now, is probably sufficient. But we'll continue adding a few odds and sods, I think. Get that there. Also send to this to Becca.
Holistics, Environmental Medicine and Pharmaceuticals, the company's healthcare branch, also known as HEMP, has announced its hospitals will now be completely free of palm oil. Holistics will now use orangutan oil in all its medicine instead.
I'm not so sure about that. Oh dear, we're gonna have a fire in there. That is quite sad. I spotted it just a little bit too late to really do anything about it. Let's see, it's okay. That's all right. I super badly want that repaired. Please and thank you. Staff promotion for one of my assistants. Excellent. And there we go. Nice. Well, we're actually fairly close to hitting our goal there. Let's slow things down just slightly. We need more janitors, like desperately need more janitors who are fairly good at fixing things. You're fairly good at lots of things, Colin Bulge. Tires easily though. Tends to notice fireworks. I mean, that's a good evolutionary trait. I notice things that go bang and flash very brightly. As a general rule, I feel that evolution has served you well there. Right. Pretty much, I only want you taking care of fixing things and upgrading things. You want another? No. Tires easily, once again. Charming. Tends to rate things 7 out of 10. I mean, that's positive. Though, let's be honest, the whole out of 10 system, alas, it's kind of gone astray. I recently bought a couch for my office, and I was told by the guy in there that, we'd like you to fill out this form, but I know that you might think that anything above 5 is positive, but realistically, if you're not going to rate it at a 9 or a 10, please don't respond to it. Don't say something you don't want to. But if you're generally satisfied, but it's not a 9 or a 10, don't, because pretty much anything below a 9 for us is seen as bad, and we get punished for it. I was like, wow. First and foremost, I'm not really sure about how I feel about you telling me how to respond. Well, but again, didn't really tell me how to respond. Just said, if you're going to respond in this way, please don't. It's better for us to hear nothing than something bad, effectively. And I was like, okay, well, but what's the whole point of having it out of 10 then? Why not having it out of 3? Silly, very silly. Right, let's have a look at our staff. Once again, it would seem at this point that we could go for both of you. I would like you to get further GPs, but I think radiology would be important for Shane Pilfer. What an unfortunate name, Shane. Radiology for you, it is. Dr. Ralph Wright. Not Wright, White. Kind of different, the thing. I could also get you on... No, I think we've got a couple of staff now who are sufficiently trained. Okay. Very happy with having that set up there. Now, with that going on, we're going to start running into slight bits of problems there, I feel. Everything seems to be... Oh, wow, we've got lots of ghosts down there.
Maintenance
Oh, my lord.
Bins will become full.
Kind of need some janitors to get rid of ghosts, I feel. Why are you not getting rid of ghosts? I feel that this is your calling. Right here, right now. Your calling. Please do. Also, calling. Get rid of the ghosts. Also sweep the stuff up. There we are. Thank you. My lord. Right, with that done, let's go and have a quick look at my patients. So right back up to the top. You've all been diagnosed. That's great. Well done, you. You are currently... Oh, you're going to be ages. You... What? Yeah. But... Have you actually been in... Oh, you have. Why were you out there then? I have no idea. But either way, go ahead.
I've signed up for a long-distance learning class.
Okay.
How to build your own nuclear submarine.
I-
It's a childhood dream of mine, and I'm thrilled I'll finally make it come true after another 7,435 lessons. More great radio on the way.
Once again, I am in awe of your positivity. And further to my initial concern that you were building a nuclear submarine, I think you're probably the only safe person to have one on this planet, Ricky. Frankly, well done you. There we go. There we are. Lots of people now. Off for diagnosis. Oh, rather off for treatment, rather, not diagnosis, which is good. What are you at? 82. No, we're not going to worry about that. But we do now need to check on all of the people with low health. So let's pause that one because that does take a little bit of time. Right, all of you have been sorted. You can go straight there. You're going to have to wait, I'm afraid. You can go straight there. Wow. 47% health. I think you're good for now. Okay, I'm fairly happy with where our patients are at presently. Now we're very close to the amount that we need. Let's get that further upgraded. All of them. All of them further upgraded. Please and thank you. We need all of these things much, much better. Now, in terms of the next clinical machine, I think we're going to go with chromotherapy. Now, how big do those rooms need to be? Chromotherapy, where are you? You should be down here. There we are. So 4x3. Alright. We can have 2 of them on this side. Much the same. Sure. Why not? And we'll have it... we'll have this one kind of snugged into the corner there. Because we can with this one. And I kind of like that. There we are. Very nice. Right, in terms of this room, again, I think we only need a single radiator. Just a regular size radiator for this one. We will be able to fit in a coffee machine, do you though? Let's go ahead and do that. And a sweets machine as well. Shall we go for a yucca? Sure, okay. And then we can have this wall with a couple of posters. I think will be very nice indeed, and the painting as well. Over on this side, the yucca will be doing a bit of work, but won't be doing all of the work. Let's have something there. Jasmine Odyssey. Once again, right about there, along with a gold star from Jasmine Odyssey. She didn't mention it. She just gave it to this room in the future. Don't doubt Jasmine Odyssey. Precognition is one of her many, many talents. Lightheadedness emergency. Oh, we can easily handle that. Go ahead. And now we've got that.
Thinking for yourself.
Go ahead and copy the room.
Wish you could donate all your money. Join the Orb Foundation today. The Orb is the perfect shape and the perfect solution. More 2 Point, more often. This is 2 Point Radio.
There we go. Now we do need to set this room up a little bit better. I don't want them to be carbon copies of each other, as you well know. Can I get that picture? There, the pixel. There we go. In fact, let's not have that picture. Let's have clown poster. I know we're replacing something beautiful with something a little bit hideous and terrifying, but still, it's fine. After what we do to the clowns, frankly, we have no place to Too bad, talk them. Who's the real monster here? Us. That's the answer. We all know the answer is us. Those poor clowns. Okay, we don't need that now. And I think we'll go with a... Sure, we'll have a regular plant in here. And a chair. Get a chair. Right about there. There we go. Beautiful. Now let's have a look at them. Are they pretty enough? Yes. Are they warm enough? Yes. Brilliant. Alright, we need a large heater out here, though. I'm going to say about there. Glorious. It's a little tiny bit chilly down here, though, so we'll pop in a tiny little heater right there. Excellent.
Assistant to
Now then,
marketing.
let's get 2 down, and... Sure, we'll have a third. We'll have a magazine rack right there. We're going to want to make this place pretty, though. We'll also have a... Sorry, a magazine rack there. That was a leaflet holder. Get some games cabinets. And then... let's try and avoid going for plants as our go-to way of prettifying, if we can avoid it.
Pharmacy. Calling nurse.
I think we are going to want 1, though, so we'll have a yucca there. And let's get a telephone, or maybe even 2, separated by a regular plant. Just about in there will do. We'll turn it just so. There we are. Beautiful. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So many people. And we're fixing the machines. Oh, well, that's kind of awesomely bad timing. I assumed you'd be finished by now. Black, damp, and black. Right, we don't need the colorizer down here necessarily anymore. We'll see about moving that in a moment. But have we finished our marketing? I believe we have. Very well. Let us get an illness campaign for lightheadedness. We'll go for 6 months on this one. We want many people to make use of our new facilities. I really, really hope you guys can sort this out before everyone dies. We've already spent 26 days. They haven't even cured 1 person. Thankfully, we do have a lot of these machines, but you've barely even started them. You're not good at this job. You're not particularly good at it either. You are. Ugh. Can I cancel it? Cancel! Yes! Oh, if only I'd realised that. But I've got the money back. You leave. Let people in. Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, it's good to know that we can do that, though.
Nurse wanted on the ward.
Go ahead and upgrade that drug mixer straight away, please. There we go. Staff promotion. Got a doctor promoted. Excellent. We'll get a few more staff trained. In fact, let's pause things for a second and have a look at our staff. How are we doing, staff? Okay, we've got 2 people that we can get trained for GP. Very nice. Okay, Sarah Anorak and Desmond Claridge. Let's get you going. So GP2, please. There we go, and we'll get... Yep, Sandy Thumper. Now, Desmond Carriage will finish their training super fast. I'm extremely pleased about. Also, given that we've changed around a few things, there's 1 more person who can do radiology now, for example, than before. Anyone else need to handle things? You got treatment, good. You shouldn't have treatment because, well, no, actually you've got treatment. Bedside manner, Okay, you've got 1 job. I need to get you radiology because that's clearly going to be a useful task for you. As for the others, though, you're very good at this, so that's fine. That looks to be alright. I don't see any issues there for the time being, at the very least. Alright, please don't kill anyone. We are going to need some noms over here, though, I just realised. Something we haven't put down. Let's go for... You know what? It's been a while since we unlocked anything.
Janitor required to fix X-ray machine.
We're going to get some palpitation. There you go. Enjoy. And another doctor promotion. Oh, fantastic. It always happens just after I've finished. It's kind of annoying. You're off to the loo more than likely, aren't you? Yeah. And another doctor promotion. Oh, this is fantastic. We're going to be able to get some good training going shortly.
Approaching. approaching.
Ah, you know what? We haven't seen one in a while, so let's go and check it out. Open all. Ah, that's a shame. Hospital of the Year, though, for the 6th year in a row. Very nice. Best teaching hospital for the 4th year in a row. We're getting there. It took us a little while to get off.
A group of backpackers have been airlifted out of Tumble Ridge after spending a week wandering the woods. Then another week stranded on the edge of a cliff. It seems nobody broke anything or tried to eat anybody else. So that counts as a successful trip in my book.
I kind of feel I may have doomed some of you. My bad. Super my bad, actually. You're taking a million years. Maybe I shouldn't have upgraded both machines at the same... Yeah, you know what? That probably would have been a wise move, actually. Not upgrading all of the machines at once. Probably would have been cleverer, at the very least. Oh, well, I guess. Oh, well. We haven't failed any of you yet, though, which is I'm very, very pleased with. Would like the plants to be tended to a little bit better. Let's see. Ooh. Plants Clown, the girl next door, weak bladder. Has lost count. Plants Clown, the girl next door, thinks their life is wrong. Dream is of a slightly better tomorrow. Oh, Eva Strong. Marvelous. You are hired. You don't look quite as I imagined you would look, though. I'll be honest. I was expecting someone with like a bunny ears hat, flowing golden locks, and muscles the size of small moons, but it's fine. It's fine. Alison Gray, Doctor. I don't know about you, but I find the relentless stream of death somewhat depressing. Do you think we could go a few months without fatalities? No. I don't, unfortunately. I wish we could, but no. Right, we need to do a bit more research, I think. Now, we are getting through some of these very, very nicely. We could go with advanced chromotherapy. Could we upgrade the Mexan or advanced fluid analysis? But I think going for the treatments now is probably a better move. Because I feel that diagnosing people is not what we're struggling with. It's instead getting them treated without death being the end result. Much sadness. So much sadness there. Please don't be a ghost. Hooray! Staff training. Not now. I'm going to have a look at my staff. Doctors are getting the first refusal on training at the moment. I've got some more GPs. Once you get up to level 3 GPs, they can diagnose so quickly that it's really hard to say no to that. It's so useful. We're only going to get a couple of them up to level 3, but it'll be well worth it for everyone we can get there. Right, let's sort out our diagnosis by how close they are to it. So many people going for treatment. What are you doing? Oh, you're rushing for the... That's fine. You're heading out or getting changed? You're heading out. Marvelous. There we go. Immediately go and get sorted. You two. You're still having a poop. You. And you are actually heading into the GP's office. I was a little bit too late. Okay, we'll wait on you. Let's get you sorted. Is that one of my doctors? No, it isn't. That's a shame. I would have found that particularly amusing. Let's keep going. So many people don't need to be queuing. Please stop wasting time. You will eventually die. I'm trying to save your lives here. Where are you going?
County's valiant health and
you've been called
watchdog Henry Jobsworth has been called into the new Sweaty Palms fast food restaurant Roach Burgers, home to the crunchiest burgers in town. No word yet on why the inspector's there.
Would they really be crunchy though? I mean, one would assume if they've been minced and turned into burger patties, that all of that chitin and carapace would have been blended down into like a protein soup. I have no idea. I've never tried to cook a roach, but I suspect that unless you're like just roasting them over a fire, they probably wouldn't retain the crunch. That's my guess, anyway. do let me know in the comments down below if you've got personal experience in this and can answer this question once and for all. And then promptly tell me why you ate a roast burger. Right, staff promotion. What on earth happened there? Someone who doesn't like having pictures taken of them. We only got 4 of the 7 pages. Still, that was enough. It was enough. We're so close now. Training is ongoing. It's fine. There is a ghost that I think someone needs to go and deal with. Right, let's get one of them fixed at a time, please. Good.
Qualified janitor to combat ghost, please.
Yep. If you'd be so kind. Can I pick the... I wish I could do that. Like in Startopia. Just go around helping my little scuzzer droids by picking up the rubbish myself. Alas. Right, okay. Well, we no longer want this room. Goodbye. What we want instead is clearly a fluid analysis. Because that room is getting hammered. Let's go for a fluid analysis then.
Plants need water.
And sure, we'll pop that there. Fluid analysis right about here. A quick visit in here should, generally speaking, get most people very close to completely diagnosed. This machine is very, very potent from what we've seen. Let's go.
Doctor to Pan's lab, please.
Can we get medicine cabinets in here? No, but we can get servers. That'll cut down on the heating bill. So let's shunt this over just a little bit. We're going to fill this up with servers, and that will probably take us up to the point that we no longer need to worry about the value of our hospital, because that is a fantastically valuable room now. Put that in. We'll get... Because of the use of servers, I'm going to go with a very potent prettifying agent, namely the rose. I mean, a little item then as well. I think that is good enough. Let's go. Let's have a look. We've got... Yeah, it's very pretty. And it is, frankly, too warm, really. We're just going to have to live with it. There we are. And fantastic. More staff for training, I think. We haven't got anything else to give you specifically, but you could... Yeah, let's go for... General Practice 2. Get you in there. There we are. Get to training, please. We definitely need more nurses, though. We've drastically increased the amount of places that we've got for nurses to use, so... Hygienic, short-tempered. Nah. Terribly dull. Nah. Likes to argue, why are you all so bad? Unhygienic and hangry? Hygienic, positive, funny. You are a lifesaver. Hired. The rest of you, though... I mean, short-tempered isn't too bad, but wants money as well? Grumpy, the boy next door, used to live in the Pointy Mountains. I mean, you would be easy to mold. Likes to argue unhygienic gets toilet rage. Yeah, no. Unhygienic, hangry, natural mentor. No, I don't think so. It's fine. Could someone please deal with that ghost? My lord. Right, janitor got a promotion. A rival hospital owned by Spirit has a hospital value of 6.2 million. My lord. Well done on continuing to play, though. I do appreciate the people who hang around after they finish. Obviously, I don't, just for the sake of progress in terms of the series. But I do like seeing that some people are just like, yeah, no, I'm not done with this hospital yet. I can make it better, so I will. I approve. I approve of that. You know what I could have done there is I could have made that into a much bigger ward. Opportunity missed there. Opportunity missed. Oh well, it's fine. 2 small wards is actually kind of cool.
As you would hope to find them, not as you would expect to find them.
Generally, yeah, please. If you could avoid that, it would be appreciated at the very least. Now, I'm fairly certain that on the turn of the month, we are going to finish the 3rd star, and I'm going to be extremely happy with that. Mayoral visit. Very well, Tabitha Wintock. I mean, it would be rude of me to say no, but I kind of wish you wouldn't, but oh well. There we are, good. And, no? Drat! Mayor Tabitha Windsock is here.
Robin, the mayor to the hospital.
Okay. Right. Well, clearly then, we need a little bit more work here. Can we get any more of these upgraded? That one is almost finished. We can probably get the Deluxe 2 upgraded in the meanwhile. Can't do anything there. Right, so what's the next one that we want to bring over here? Maybe the Pans Lab? Yeah, we could probably move the Pans Lab over because we've already got 2 of these, so I don't want to move them just yet. So the Pans Lab it is. Let's get a Pans Lab down here right now. Where are we? There we go. We haven't actually got a clown clinic. Interesting. There we go. And yeah, we could have another 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We could have a little. Yeah, we'd have a bit of a wider area for them over there.
Has called in with her
Augusta
nice
Follicle.
words of the day, which are sprinkle a little magic on your breakfast and give flight to your soul all day. And I
Actually kind of
sentiment,
nice.
Augusta, but we don't condone the taking of illegal substances.
I thought
on
that's
2
where you
Point
were going to
Radio.
take it. I do. I do. Ricky, I don't know what's worse. That I could work out what you were going to say, or that you said it. There we go. We'll pop that in there. Get a cupboard in here as well. We are going to need a seat somewhere. I'll pop the seat just down below. Jasmine Odyssey, you'll get your poster over here, along with the certificate this time. Then,
Doctor
sure, let's get a nice
please.
painting right over there. Something we haven't popped down in a little while. Get a notice board, just for the staff to kind of just have little jokes, communicate between each other on different shifts. It's fine. There we go. That should be glorious. Now, with that there, I can go ahead and drop a couple of other things down here. We want to make sure that this area is quite nice. So let's pop a nice painting there, another nice painting over here, and perhaps let's go with a cactus in the middle. There we go. Beautiful. Let's get this down here. We don't need any kind of heating in this area. We're fine for now. But I wouldn't mind getting... Well, we've got the phones just over there. So maybe have something like this right there, I think.
Nurse needed in
fine.
general diagnosis.
Have we got anything else that we could pop down that would be particularly nice for my guests? I mean, I guess I can have that. It's just that this seems quite a boring corridor, really, right now. There's not too much for them to do. Actually, that being said, let's move this over, and we'll go for some moose juice, and we'll be doing away with you, and some jumbo nuts.
Maintenance announcement.
There we go.
Automated snack
And a
machines
bin
need
can
restocking manually.
fit in there as well. Excellent. That looks wonderful. Perfect, I would say. Now, the one thing we can totally build. It's very expensive, but it'll probably get us there. Oh, well, we could if we had the kudosh. Unfortunately, I've spent it kind of carelessly. But indoor fountains, they give massive attractiveness and they cost a ridiculous amount of money. So
We're sorry for the litter that you dropped on our floor.
we are. I'm more sorry that you dropped it, but no. That it's there at all does bring me some shame. Right, well, we can upgrade the Jad Master. Oh, right, of course. Upgrade the Jad Master then. Sorry, that was fluid analysis. We can upgrade the Jad... of course. Well, we've only got one, so we're not going to be doing that just yet. Instead, we're going to be copying this room and popping it right there. No, we're not going to accept it as is. What we're going to do instead, get rid of these windows, get rid of that cabinet, move the door. We'll have this rotated this away now. That seems reasonable. As for you, I'm going to need you a bit closer. Let's rotate these around a little bit. I I don't think we're going to have sweets in this one. Let's try and cut down on the sugar intake. Just a little. Don't, before we have riots, just a little. I'm not saying you can't eat sweets. I'm just saying cut down. My lord. Doctors are very, very angry about not being able to eat their sweets.
Pocket watches are a thing of the past.
No, they are not.
Now is the time for rocket watches.
I mean, it might be the time for rocket watches, yes, but it is not the case. The pocket watches are a thing of the past. They will never grow old.
Today and watch time fly.
There we are.
More
Look, warm enough, pretty enough, brilliant.
2-point radio.
And out here, we can pop down some benches.
Nurse required in cardiology.
We'll just have these opposite each other like so. Now, what's the temperature out here? It's fine, actually. We'll have games cabinet there. You know what? Let's go for something nice like a rose. There we go. And over on this side, I'm actually going to pop down a bookshelf. It's kind of a trust bookshelf. Once again, you can take what you want from it, but just put something back. Maybe on your next visit. Not that I'm saying I want you to be sick again, but, you know, let's just be honest. It's probably going to happen. And when you come back, just remember, either bring back the book that you took before, or bring back another book, if you haven't finished reading that one. I know that some of you got very busy lives, and it might take you months to finish a single book. Okay, what have we got here? We've got an assistant. We could have a look at our assistants, actually. Have a quick glance at our assistants. We've got a lot of them. Could get a bit more training. Ooh. In fact, let's go ahead and train up Customer Service 3 on... Well, I could train on 2, but I'd rather just train on 1. Crack on. It'll cost us 15k, but that's fine. Ah, the queues have gone down. Very glad to see the queues diminished. I mean, they're not completely gone, to be fair, but they're going down. And that is something I'm extremely pleased to see. Now, let's get the extract pans upgraded. Whilst we've still got this one there, I feel a little bit more confident about upgrading both of these at the same time. There we are. Okay, not too bad, I must say. Ah, drat. Hospital value has gone down. Wow. That's annoying. Very annoying. But okay. We did spend quite a lot there. Let's have a quick gander at well, you know what? I feel that we could probably upgrade our prices a little bit. This is Flemmington after all. So let's just push the prices up just a tad. Only a little bit. It's fine. Yeah, we need to improve that. I've been spending a lot of money, very steadily spending. And hospital value has been going up nicely. It's true. We'll just give it a little bit more time and see how we can go with that. That being said, there is one thing that we actually do desperately need over here now. Given how large of an area this has become, you know what it's going to be. It's going to be a staff room and a toilet. So let's get these in place. And again, do away with that one. Doesn't need to be a big toilet. Just needs to be a toilet. Let's get you in position. There. Some regular sinks. Item invalid. What? Why did you... I'm glad that you worked out that it is valid for this room, but why for a moment did you think it wasn't? I don't understand. We're gonna need, I think, a yucca in this one. Just in the, well, it's gonna be in the way, you see. It creates a bit of a problem for us.
This is Nigel
actually, let's get a regular plant there instead. There we go.
On 2-point radio. And once again, I, Sir Nigel Bickleworth, bid you a very cordial welcome to my humble show. For the next few hours, I shall endeavour to enlighten your grey little lives.
I do not agree. I do not agree with my hospital being used to try and re-elect Mayor Tabitha Winsock. Scallywags. Logan Pickles has a request for us. What do you think? I've always wanted to see a large... Oh, I think we'll easily be able to hit that one. No problem there. Night fever emergency? Sure. We should be able to handle that, I think. What I could have done... you know what? Edit this room.
In chromotherapy.
Let's edit this room just a bit. Because I just realized what we could have done instead. Let's get that going. And, we'll get a painting right there, and where's the hand sanitizer? I just want to really draw attention to what you should be doing. There we go. Perfect. Done. Right, now that room actually might be a little bit cold. It's alright. Next up, we want a staff room. Very badly. And down here as well. There we go. Perfect. Right, what can we pop in here? Can we get anything really nice in here? We could get a trophy case. Sure, we'll unlock a trophy case. Alright, first and foremost, the dartboard. Which can be facing away from the door. So there's significantly less chance that someone will accidentally, maybe on purpose, dart one of their colleagues. Look, I'm naming no names, but we received complaints. Plenty of seating there. Very nice. Get a lamp over on this side, perhaps. Maybe a television. Oh, I'm liking it. Really liking it, actually. We'll have to pop the television just back. Oh! We've got our third star! Dear Hospital Administrator, congratulations, your hospital has been awarded a 3-star rating by the 2-Point Health Ministry. Flemingtonians are a sophisticated breed, so it reflects well on you and your organisation that your hospital lives up to their lofty standards and fits into our most noble of towns. I hope you're able to spread civility as well as you're able to stop the spreading of germs. Well, that was actually remarkably free of snark. I guess... just goes to show that it's not really how good you're doing, but where you're doing it for. Something along the... I feel a little bit bad, alright? Of course, Tarquin would be all too happy with us making their town a better one. Let's get some moose juice. And we'll get some jumbo nuts over here. Let's not put it right there because, you know, I kind of don't want them accidentally darting the vending machine. It'd be funny, but it would also be bad. We are gonna, of course, have a rose bush for this room. We're gonna have a fairly powerful heater too. Oh dear.
People say to me, Sir Nigel, how do you find the fortitude to continue such excellent work day after day? And I reply, because I have been bestowed the gift of broadcasting by some divine force, you simple peasant. One does what one is born to do, and I was born to play this next tune.
I see. Sir Nigel, every now and then you do something to ingratiate yourself with me, and then you promptly throw it all away. You scallywag. Right, we'll have a clock over here as well, if I can fit one in. There we go. It's a nice little staff room, I think. And with that, we're done. Right, well done. We successfully completed the request from Logan Pickles. And we got a promotion. And we cured 4 out of the 7 patients with night fever. We're probably going to continue to cure them all, but, you know, for now. We've done what we can do. Let's get these fully upgraded as well. But that is it for Flemmington. We've got lots of room for further upgrades. If we want to come back and just fill out all of these hospitals later on, perhaps I might do that on a stream at some point. Just go back and upgrade hospitals that I previously finished in the series and take them as far as I can, make them as efficient as I can. I particularly like this little cure area over here. Everything here, except for the staff room and the toilet, is a facility for curing someone. I think that's pretty cool, actually. If we could get this to just GPs and the odd non-GP, like research and training, that would be fine. Then have a secondary diagnosis wing, so you'd have things like general diag, cardiology, that sort of thing. Yes, I think that would be rather awesome. But that's going to be it from me for now. I really, really do hope you've enjoyed this hospital. It's taken us a couple of episodes to get through, and that's probably going to be going to be something that continues to be the case moving forward. It looks like we have 3 hospitals per region. So we had 3 in the cold region, 3 in the temperate region. We'll have 3 in the polluted north, and then 3 probably in the city. Yeah, we can see 3 hospitals there. But before we wrap things up, get 3 stars in Flemmington. There we go. Marvelous. Fantastic. We need to train another 12 janitors. We need to train a lot of assistants, unfortunately. Get 20 research projects. Yeah, that shouldn't be too hard. And upgrade 100 machines. We're actually fairly close to that. Especially if we continue to build that way with dedicated, redundant rooms. Get an organization value of 20 million. We're actually fairly close to that one. Launch 10 marketing campaigns. Shouldn't be too hard. Now that we've got marketing, we should be able to correct any problems we create early on. Because if we have to turn away a lot of patients who have a certain illness because we're just nowhere near ready to deal with it, then eventually our reputation for that illness will be so low that we'll never get any more people with that illness. Marketing will allow us to correct that in the future. But that is going to be it from me. I really, really do hope you've enjoyed this episode and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care, everyone.